Hello, folks. On this Thursday, got a little weather information for you for your weekend plans. Probably many of you already made those plans, but we'll talk about it anyway, and then peek into next week and even beyond that, even into later May, maybe for some interesting forecasts. So this is what I'll be talking about primarily here in this weathercast. First of all, the rain will be. I'm still going to describe it as pesky. Okay, it's going to be hit and miss, off and on kind of thing. Rainfall totals should remain reasonable. That's the good news. But eventually that pattern will break. We'll see a little cooler weather during that rain, but then it'll be warming up next week, and we could see some of the highest readings we've seen so far this year. All right, let's check out your radar where we see rain to the south of us in the Gulf of Mexico. We see some action off to the west there across central Texas. All this is with a piece of energy. It's actually two things. There's a surface front, which kind of helps lift in the atmosphere. But when you have a little piece of energy, a disturbance, or one of those type of things coming overhead, that lifts the atmosphere as well. And then the surface front will kind of focus that. So that's what we've got going on. And I think actually this pattern will be able to sustain itself here during the overnight period. So tonight, the rain chance begins again, but just reasonable, not like what we had Tuesday and Tuesday night and early Wednesday. So here's that feature taking shape off to the west of us. Here's the frontal boundary here across the area. So you can see that we got some weather to come for us over the next several days, really, from that feature. And then another one. This is what I'm seeing in the future cast. All right, so right now we have kind of a zonal flow. All right, the flow's coming in. We see it coming in like that, and then it kind of turns pretty straight west-east right there. But you do notice with that wind chill, there's a disturbance. That's that disturbance I'm talking about that lifts the atmosphere and causes you to have rain, okay? Produces rain in the atmosphere. So that's going to be the weather maker for a little while, for today. Once we get past that, we're going to go into Saturday morning. Notice how we've had a little rotation right here. Okay, there's a little spin right in there, okay, counterclockwise. So it's what we call a cyclonic disturbance. That is what creates inclement weather. Okay, so we'll have those hit and miss, off and on showers and thunderstorms for several days as this pattern continues. So that is Saturday morning. Look what happens on Sunday morning. Same thing, okay? There's that counterclockwise spin, all right, circulation. So same pattern. Let's go into Monday and see what happens. Well, no real change. Same basic pattern, all right? So that's why my 7-day forecast is going to have 4 straight days of scattered rain. Then by Tuesday, that pattern begins to move out in response to this big trough out to the west. So this is like a kicker. It'll kick this little smaller guy out of the way because it's saying, hey, I'm bigger than you. I'm coming through, and I'm going to kick you out of the way. And what happens is we get into a little bit drier and warmer northwesterly flow upstairs. All right. And so what that does is it will bring more sunshine, and we'll be seeing a warming trend as a high pressure ridge builds in. In fact, you can see right here, there's that shape. All right. Those high pressure ridges. This is a warm bubble of air taking shape and developing over this region of the country there as we head into next week. And I think that pattern may bring the warmest weather we've seen so far this year to us. All right, so that's what's going to happen over the next 7 days as far as the circulation is concerned. So let's check out your future cast in the short term. We see for your commute, not bad, but there'll be clouds, and we'll also see a chance of some sprinkles or some showers. They'll be hit and miss. Once we get in through the day, you see it's, like I said, it's pesky. It's off and on, kind of unpredictable and that type thing. But that's what will be happening through your lunch hour Friday evening commute home, and your entertainment hours there Friday evening. Once we get into Saturday during the day, likewise, some hit and miss activity, maybe a little bit less than Friday, but still, that feature still around, and so we'll still have a chance. So here's your 7-day forecast, 4 straight days, 60, 50, 60, and 40. All of that is what is considered scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Hit and miss. Not everybody gets wet, but once you get 4 days of it, I think most people are going to get something out of that deal. Look at the temperatures are pretty reasonable there. 65, 62 would cool off a little bit Sunday morning, 60 and 59. Daily highs mainly staying in the 70s, especially Sunday looks like the coolest day right there. And then you see we warm up starting Tuesday, and it stays warm Wednesday and Thursday, and that warming trend is both during the day and the night, which means there will probably be some humidity associated with that. So unfortunately there, an early taste of summer. Let's go beyond this into week 2, beyond the 7-day territory, okay? So this is the 16th through the 22nd. Looks like an area below normal temperatures out west across the Rockies, above normal across much of the United States there east of the Rockies, right in here. So usually one basic way to look like this could turn out to be an active severe weather pattern for the United States east of the Rockies during that time frame, mid to late May. Okay, because of this temperature contrast, weather systems will be moving through. You get a moisture response from that, and you get the ingredients for severe local storms. So that's something that we're watching out for there. And in fact, explicitly, the rainfall outlook says, there we go with a bullseye of above normal rain there across portions, even into extreme northern Louisiana, all the way into Missouri and Kansas, and then that's surrounded by a lesser confidence area of above normal rainfall in this shade, and then near normal across the southwest and the southeast. So that what we think will be happening there for around the middle of the month into the latter part of the month there. So might be interesting to see. Unfortunately, I hope the severe weather potential doesn't materialize, but with this kind of pattern, it could. Okay, that's it from me. Thanks for being with me. You'll see Nick in the morning, and I'll be back again in the PM hours. Hope you have a fantastic Friday, and take care.